And joining us this morning, riding the chair as promised, it is Liz Walker, and she is Liz Walker Feeney, and the number 5 top individual certified of excellence. I'm reading your welcome. How are you?
Yes. Hi. Good morning.
You've got some accolades right here.
I do. Thank you. Yeah.
What is that?
So Keller Williams, my company is out of Portland. I don't ever have to go there unless I need to, do some classes or whatever it may be, drop off some paperwork. But we have over 800 brokers out of our office, and so to rank among the top 5 in the company it's pretty significant.
Absolutely.
Our brokers are all over the state of Maine. I'm one of 4 other brokers that are up here in this area from Keller Williams. But they recognize, the work that we do, and not all companies do that. So it's pretty great to get these certificates. I was number 5 last month as well, and I've had other ones. And then at the end of the year, they give us,
it's like an Emmy.
Yeah. I know, right?
Nice.
So we get these at the end of the year to show where we've ranked among the company. This is a bronze.
You've podiumed.
Yeah. You could get a silver or gold. There was one person in our company that got a gold, and they actually made over $1 million in a year. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm not quite there yet, but pretty good for.
Wow! Yes, congratulations. That's they have you've got accolades.
Thanks.
And you've got some properties to talk about this morning.
I do have some properties to talk about. Are we going to go over sold properties or listings first?
Whatever you'd like. You just throw it at us, and we just make it happen.
Okay. Yeah, if you throw me up a picture.
All right, we're going to do some. That's buyloaf.com. That's your website?
Yep, that's my website. Sugarloaf Region Real Estate. I sell real estate all in the Sugarloaf region. So around, obviously as Sugarloaf, but also Wyman, Eustis, Copeland, so around the area as well. Cover them all.
You will see those signs.
Okay, so that right there, that's a Riverside house that sold. And I'm going over solds because I just want to kind of give people an idea of what has sold in the area and what kind of values the market is holding. That was a triple lot. That property is only on the market for about 60 days.
Wow.
Yeah, not that long. And it went for $360,000. So if you have a property that's on Carrabassett River, it is highly desired. They don't come up very often. When they do, they go for really good money. And, with something like that, I'll go into the property and I'll be like, it looks great, it's saleable, or maybe we need to change this, or maybe we need to stage something here or there. I don't normally make people make like huge renovations or anything like that, but if you have say you have a skylight and you have a water leak or something, that's something I'm going to pick up on, and I'm going to be like, look, you don't have to change that, you don't have to fix that, but if you don't, the buyer's going to pick up on it. That's something they're going to notice right away, and they're going to, they're going to automatically in their head, they're going to think, oh, well, $5,000 off because there's a leak in the skylight. Even though it may not cost $5,000 to fix that, that's what a buyer sees.
Sure.
So those are the kinds of things I'll walk through your property and I'll pick up on it. That's a Castle Creek condo. That one sold for $300,000. It was listed for $305,000 and it went for $300,000. So that will show you that prices are sustaining in the area. You can list your property, especially right now, condos. In the valley, there's only 29 properties for sale right now in the valley.
Wow.
So that Castle Creek condo is down there by Snowbrook. It's towards the further end of the access road, but there's great ski in, ski out access on that from the bottom of the Snubber Trail. You go across the road right there. There's a bridge. So that was a nice condo, nice clean condo. It sold really quick. That's a Beaverbrook condo. That one went for a selling price of $200,000. That's a good price for a Snowbrook condo because there were a lot of Snowbrook condos that are on the market, but this is good for somebody that's trying to just get to Sugarloaf for their first time and buy a condo. Sometimes people, come up and they'll spend $150,000 to $250,000 for the first condo that they buy. Beaverbrook and Snowbrook is a good area to do that because you have your own access to the pool house. Only Snowbrook owners get to use the pool house, and there's a hot tub in there, and then in the summertime there's tennis courts. Again, that ski in, ski out access to the Snubber Trail. And that pond right there is actually stocked.
Wow.
I don't know how many people know that, but there's good fishing there. You can't keep the fish, it's catch and release, but it's an awesome place to take kids. And I don't know why in the summertime there aren't more kids around there
You've been fishing there, haven't you?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. That just sold. That's a St. John condo, and that was on the market for a little while. My buyers love it. My buyers for this, it went for $263. They were actually looking off mountain at condos, and we checked out some stuff down in the valley, down by the bowling alley. But they really, really wanted to be on mountain. And they're like, well, maybe we'll buy an off-mountain condo, do that for a couple of years, and then we'll sell it, and then we'll, save some money and come on mountain. And then they ended up seeing that condo, and they're like, it's everything we want. But it's just a little above our budget. But it was so worth it. They did it. They were like, you know what, we're going to buy a condo, we're going to be at Sugarloaf. And we got them in there a little bit early, so there was a problem with the signing of the sellers. We ended up finding out that the sellers were in Germany last minute. Yeah, little hiccup, no big deal. There's no such thing as a notary in Germany, so we had to get their signatures authorized through the United States. Anyways, make a long story short, they weren't able to get into the condo when they were going to, and we have a thing called possession prior to closing. If the seller agrees to it and the buyers agree, they can sign a paper that actually allows the buyer to get into the condo prior to the closing and start to use it. So these buyers were able to get into the condo 2 weeks prior to closing because of the hiccup of the sellers being in Germany. And it made all the difference in the world.
You had to work to make that happen.
Yeah, I had to work to make that happen a little bit. But they got in there and they started using it, and they were just psyched. They're like, you know what, we want to come here every weekend. We're, true Sugarloafers, and we love it. And we're so glad that we got the condo on mountain. And sometimes it takes a little push to get you what you want, but then it's so worth it. And they're happy there. That is happy family.
Sure.
They were awesome to work with. They were looking for a while, probably a year and a half. Sometimes it takes me a little while to help people find exactly what they're looking for, and sometimes it doesn't quite work out. But that place came up on the market. What did that go for? $174. It's in Wyman, so it's north of Sugarloaf. And they thought that they wanted to be in the Reddington area, but we'd get to the building inspection on some houses and it didn't work out, or like another buyer would come in and pay more for the house than they wanted to pay. So we got into that house. That was only on the market for like 2 weeks, I think.
Wow.
That house, yeah. So there's nothing in Wyman or Copeland right now, or north of Sugarloaf, that's on the market. So if you have a house that's in Wyman, put it on the market now. Now is the time. It's going to sell. Again, there's not very much inventory. That's a Birchwood condo. That is a true ski in, ski out. It's right off the Snubber Trail. Again, another situation that the buyers didn't really want to go above their budget. It's starting to sound like I push people. Come on!
You help them.
You can afford $500,000. No, that one went for $253. But they really wanted ski in, ski out. So this condo was on the market for a little while, and then it came off the market for like 6 months, and it was rented out. And then the buyers were like, we'd really love to have that condo. So I contacted the seller, found him, through like Google or whatever, Yellow Pages. And I contacted him like, would you want to sell that condo? And they were like, no, we have it rented for like the next 2 months, not a big deal. And I'm like, no, we can make the closing happen in 2 months and, put it under contract now so that they don't lose it. You can keep your rental income. The buyers just want the condo. And it ended up working out. So we pushed the closing out 2 months so that the sellers could keep their renters and keep their rental income. And and then the buyers could get into there. Testimonials. Right. That's what makes my business. And I always get to the end of a deal and people are like, thank you so much. We're so happy, and what can we do? And just write me a testimonial, because that word of mouth, that's how you get your business. And, I like that one. That's some sellers in Florida, and one of the sellers was in Portland, and we got the paperwork back from the seller in Florida, and then the lady in Portland, she was actually a professor at USM, and she's like, I can't. I have like all these classes. There's no way I can sign this paperwork in front of a notary and get it back to you. Like, I don't know what to do. I almost drove down to Portland, but my office, this is where my office comes into play. They have notaries. I have a secretary there. I have people to support me in Portland. So this woman was able to go to my office, which is right next to USM. My secretary there printed out the paperwork for her, had a notary come meet her, signed it, notarized it, and then my secretary took the paperwork for her and mailed it to me, overnighted it to me. So all she had to do was come in and sign and go back to school.
Wow.
So yeah, so it just, I have the people in place to support me and help me to make my job happen.
That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, going the extra yard to make that happen, that certainly shows your commitment to people and help them
Right.
find the right place. Stay with us, Liz. We're going to talk about some properties that are available.
Yes.
And that will be exciting. So